through the ages. God of Abraham, you're the God of covenant and faithful promises. Time and time again, you have proven you do just what you said. Though the storms may come and the winds may blow, I'll remain steadfast and let my heart learn when you speak a word, it will come to pass. Great is your faithfulness to me. Great is your faithfulness to me. From the rising sun to the setting same, I will praise your name. Great is your faithfulness to me. Oh, seasons change, you remain the same.
Oh, Chad, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Keegs, how are you feeling, my brother?
Feeling good, bro. Feeling good. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling alright, man. Chad, yeah, just
Alright, guys, we've always been real. We've been raw with you. It's always good to give tribute to those that have come, those that have gone, those that played a role in our lives. Nah, it's all good, bro. Take your time.
In the middle of the storm, in the middle of my trial, I'll still bless you. In the middle of the road, when I don't know where to go, I'll still bless you. In the middle of my storm, in the middle of my trial, I'll still bless you. When I'm in the middle of the road and I don't know which way to go,
Oh, Chad, as you say, it's
okay. Chad, sorry, man. Yeah, so obviously sad news this morning, and yeah, for those of you that have been on the stream, Maria was like a second mother to me. So yeah, I do apologize. We all just human, and like Keegan said, we've always kept it real with you guys. So I think maybe not the right music to start the stream, but yeah. So may his soul rest in peace. We don't mourn like normal people do. There's a future and a hope after this life, and that's what we're gonna hold on to. And yeah, we're gonna tribute her. We're gonna honor her today. The stream will be tributed to her. I see some of the donors. Really appreciate it, guys. I will make sure that it gets sent to her family. And yeah, really do apologize for being weak here, but sometimes when we are weak, he is strong. So, all right. So, Chad, straight into it. We're going to start off with prayer here. Bible says, if you do not know how to pray this very simple prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen. You can drop amen.
Amen.
Amen, Chad. Amen. All right, guys, we're going to get straight into it here this morning. And obviously, big one, CPI. And I think the markets are somewhat, I don't want to say twisted, but it is going to be a tricky one today. We actually prepped the call for you guys, so that link is going to go out. Keeks did mention maybe not sending it just before the release. Then some of you are going to jump to the YouTube and maybe miss the actual move and the event. So we'll share it afterwards. We've got a good thesis that we're going to follow. And like me and Keegan said, it's not failed us this far. We had maybe 1 or 2 NFPs where we didn't come through. End of the day, we did our preparation last night, I almost got to a stage. I still told Keeks, we were chatting backwards and forwards. I said, I'm almost confusing myself now. And I sat down and I went back and I said, okay, listen here. What did we do all the previous times? Now I'm adding a lot of layers to what we're doing. And I said, okay, this is my call. Keegan said, dude, exactly the same. So we're going the same direction today. So, nothing much happening in the morning. I think the session is going to be relatively muted, waiting for the CPI data. We had quite a bit of pound data coming out lower than expected. So big miss on a lot of the data points for the pound. So that's going to pressure the pound. Also, yesterday, a lot of the sell-off was from Basel III. So I don't know if you guys know about Basel III. Changes to the banking regulations. So Basel III is basically a framework for banks, for international banks. Okay, sorry, you guys can't see it. But yeah, Basel III, Basel, not Basel, Basel III. So there were some changes for banks. Okay, so banking stocks, really financials taking a hit yesterday. But ultimately, bit of a recovery late into the session. These are some of the numbers we're expecting today. Big shout out to New Squawk for supporting us. High and low expectation for CPI year on year, 2.7, 2.4. That's the high expectation. That's the low. Month on month, high is 0.3, low is flat. Okay, so even a 0.3. And then, what's that month on month? Oh, that's excluding, 0.3, 0.1, and then also excluding food and energy, we're looking at 3.3 and 3.1. Previous was 3.2, so relatively in line with expectations. So going straight to the chart, we're going to look at what do we have on the daily. All right, so daily for me today is relatively neutral. Let me just put this here. And the reason I say neutral is because we basically in a range, and we can't deny the range right here. So we haven't broken out of the range to the upside. We found some support to the downside, and now we've broken previous daily low right there. And that's going to be the key zone to monitor today going into the session. This previous daily low right there, whatever we do at the previous daily low, that's going to determine what we're going to do for the rest of the day. So that zone right there, daily S1, previous daily low, 200 EMA is there, and then Asia lows is down here. Okay, so that is your zone to monitor. That's what we're going to monitor. I'm going to look for a JSE trade this morning and maybe a little gold trade. We usually get like a little move before. JSE for me, yesterday I was I wasn't bearish, I was neutral. I'm still neutral. This was at the start of the week. Neutral, and the reason I'm neutral is we're still trading with inside. We just barely nipped it on Monday. But we're trading within Friday, that NFP candle. So we haven't broken out to the upside or the downside. So today is going to determine whether we go to the upside or to the downside. And we're currently holding this little support area here. But if we go on a line chart, you can actually see that we're still printing bearish order flow. All right, so one thing to consider there: 5-minute time frame, weekly pivot all the way up here, daily EQ. I'm expecting them to hold price in this zone right here. That's where CPI is going to be trading around this level, and you want to be trading either above or below. So that's going to determine what we're going to do for the rest of the session. Asia lows have now been tapped. Asia highs still untapped, so that's also something to consider. NASDAQ quickly here on the daily. Daily, nice bounce back off that level we spoke about previously. I said NASDAQ's going to need to make a decision here. Yesterday we were neutral as well. I don't know why this is not updating. I say that every single time. I'm going to still figure that out. But the daily for me now, we've got a confirmed support. We're still overall bearish. We spoke about that. So 5-minute time frame. Let's quickly check here. All right, so there's the EMAs, there's the weekly pivot, there's the daily pivot, and yeah, Chad, Asia lows taken, EQ holding. So very, very interesting. Last one up for me is gold. All right, gold. Chad, gold, very, very interesting. Gold is now back at that all-time high, or close to that all-time high. A lot of liquidity to the upside here. Are they going to just run the liquidity before CPI? I don't know, but it is looking like they want to do it. I don't know if I watched some of the highlights between Trump and Harris. Nothing much there. It's almost like a UFC promotion, but yeah, I don't think that's going to really spark any tensions within the race. Just make sure that whatever headlines you watch, just go in with a neutral, unbiased view before you make a call. Because obviously, I don't even want to name names of some of the news agencies, but some of them are biased. Some of them are more leaning towards the Democrats. Some are leaning more towards the Republicans, but now already trading above Asia highs. Daily R1, weekly R1, daily R2, previous weekly high right up there. So very, very interesting what we've got here. And then just on the grids, let's quickly check the grid here. Alrighty. So currently holding 2,525, very volatile. If I look at messy price action here, I'm going to try and see if we can maybe pull back to this previous daily high and then get that 200 to line up here. So 2,520 potential setup there for a nice reversal long, or even Asia highs that's currently untested. I want to see this level hold, and then maybe one more push to the upside to go and test those session highs. But it's currently looking a little bit messy on gold. And then Hang Seng closing down 0.6, Nikkei closing down 1.5. So I'm looking for potential sells on the JSE, but we're going to wait for that opening range, see if we can grab a trade there. And over to Keeks.
All right. Yeah, guys, let's get into it. So DXY. What are we looking at here, guys? On the daily, again, we're still in the neutral outlook. So a reason being, you guys know, we've spoke about this, trading up above this level. So again, we are back above that 100-900. But as I said, naturally, we need to see the retest, and that now needs to hold as support or fail. Obviously, it's just a coincidence that retest is coming on CPI day. So I'm very, very sure CPI is going to give you the idea that either this is holding or this is going to fail right now. When we look at this key level, 100-900, guys, again, you've obviously traded down. So the first thing you want to take note of is immediately trading down. I hold it under that 200 and then going down to test that key level. Now you got two options. You either hold under Asia lows and we continue bearish, but if we can get above this previous daily lows, also daily pivot EQ in the middle of the range, or in the middle of Asia lows and highs. So it definitely becomes an area to look out for, see if that becomes basically a playable asset. So what we're going to be looking at here, guys, is I think probably about previous daily lows, daily S1. And I think around about there, we're going to be parking the bus till we're going to be parking the bus there until the news comes out. So just keep an eye out on this, but still pretty much neutral. And I don't mean that guy purely just to not give you guys the signal here. But this obviously will be the day that's going to decide if DXY holds this level or breaks this level. Going over to the indices, NASDAQ, we spoke about it, guys. I'm still pretty much bearish. Thing for me is, again, I'm also going to flip neutral. And the thing is, a lot of this is going to look neutral. Again, purely just because we always want to talk about, is this just coincidence? What is it? How it's lining up. So I said to you guys, the thing was we had to get to the weekly pivot. And then again, became a case of we did close above the weekly pivot, which again, already now has put us in that neutral position. But the same thing you now need to see, does the retest hold to go bullish? We have the monthly pivot above us, or do we fail and go back down to the weekly lows? So just want to check that, because our weekly lows, we tested this level of support, but again, 200s underneath it. We haven't tested the 200 in a very, very long time. So do we go back down for that 200? We're going to have to wait and see for that. Obviously on the 4 hour, we can see obviously where we broke above. Technically already failed the retest. On the 4 hour, if this holds its resistance, that's already going to hold us to the bearish side of things. Almost opposite to DXY. Obviously we've got the EQ daily pivot basically in the middle of the range. When I say that, guys, again, just saying between Asia lows and highs. But obviously where we had DXY, it was close to the top. Yeah, we were close to the downside. So same thing though, immediately trading down, testing that EQ daily pivot, Asia lows, the 200, trading back up to the weekly pivot. Again, I don't think you're going to get much price action off of here. It's just going to be messy, and I think we're going to hold around about this weekly pivot till news comes out. Then over to US30, guys. US30, we're going to be looking here again. US30 is the one that's been going bearish. We spoke about the weekly pivot and we spoke about the monthly pivot. Same thing with all the other pairs. So when we start trading here, guys, weekly pivot on the table, you want to see, is that going to start trading down over here? So big bearish move. You traded back for the retracement, holding under that 4,700. Now trading bearish again. So you had that retest, the break of the weekly pivot, holding the 200. So now does this hold the 200, come back up to try get above the weekly pivot? Or do we now continue bearish to the monthly pivot? So just keep an eye out on that. On the 15, we're going to see again, same thing. No surprise, daily pivot EQ in between Asia lows and highs. So same thing, traded down, testing Asia lows, the little breakout and fake out. Now trading back in, daily pivot EQ, weekly pivot all around each other with the 200. So no surprise, I think we'll probably trade into that area and then also be parking the bus until news today. Then lastly with gold, I'd actually say I'm a bit surprised with. We already going for the all-time highs. So I wouldn't say all-time highs, but back at this resistance area, we still got a bit to go before all-time highs. But absolutely running already very, very aggressive off the rip this morning. Now, similar thing with everything else, where we traded bearish immediately, gold's traded bullish immediately. Obviously Asia lows, highs, the retest then holding previous daily highs, break again of Asia highs. Then we had a nice pump to the top side here, holding the daily R1, and now we're into that level of resistance. We can see obviously falling again just short of previous weekly highs, and then holding under that level. So again, if we start holding here, good chance either we have the pullback if DXY comes to the party, and probably will also sit around that previous daily high Asia highs for me personally before news. Otherwise, we are going to just basically be trading in and out of here the whole time, trying to get away from this zone and be trading around this daily R1 when the news comes out. But I think we already had quite a bit of a move here. All-time highs up there. It's close, but I still think it's a little bit far away. So again, do we trade up and get all-time highs this time, or once again are we going to fail and go all the way back down to 2,500 flat? So again, daily pivot EQ all the way down here. So everything else is in the range. Gold showing us that daily pivot EQ quite far down. So let's just see what happens here, guys. But again, I don't want to say it's a chalk session. We're gonna see what's on the table, but I do think it's gonna really just range until that news. But that's everything from me.
All right, Chad. 2 minutes left before we open up here. Just gonna go through the fundamental chat quickly. Big shout out Slushy, Bev back today, and then Dylan, beautiful BOJ's Naikawa, Japan economy on track based on data out since last meeting in July. BOJ likely to adjust degree of monetary easing. Euro trades around 11050 after halting a 3-day losing streak. Pound climbs back closer to 3100. However, upside seems limited. AUD remains stable due to improved risk sentiment. All eyes on US CPI. Fed Raider Williams said jobs market was in better place but was not the main source of inflation. Williams himself sees inflation at 2.25 this year versus the Fed's June forecast of 2.6. Okay, that's what... okay. It says that a rate reduction at the FMC upcoming meeting on September 18th looks all but certain, but the upcoming CPI report could serve as a tiebreaker. All right, let's just go through. Most Asian stocks fell on Wednesday amid uncertainty over what is shaping up to be a hotly contested US presidential race, while concerns over trade saw Chinese markets hit a 7-month low. US stock market futures slipped on Wednesday while the dollar was on the back foot after a feisty US presidential debate. BOJ policymakers signal readiness to raise rates if inflation is on track. In other news, 45 billion has been found in a Nigerian man's apartment. The man claims to have spent the last trying to get rid of it. Hey, Nigeria, stand up. But yeah, Chad, that's the fundamental chat. I think it's going to be a hot one going into today. Things are looking relatively mixed. As Keek said, I think a lot of people are going to be confused going into this session and even into CPI. I think what you might see is guys are actually going to change their bias from this morning to the CPI event because that's the way that it's trading. Like they had an idea yesterday. They're going to see price trade into CPI. They're going to flip their bias. They're going to flip it again. It is going to be messy, Chad. But markets are open and in motion. Ding, 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 ding. This is the official round 5 fight. All right, let's check here. US 30. Nas.
I must say, I really will say, I didn't expect gold to have any volume this morning, though.
No, dude, I was...
That I'm a bit surprised by.
I actually thought it's going to trade the opposite way. But it's like we said yesterday, dollar was pressured, US 30 was pressured, NAS was pressured, gold was up.
Yeah.
So interesting one, yeah, Chad. We're going to see specifically what... let's just do this quickly. SA40... I was listening in a little bit with Josh. So is it stock trading or stock market live yesterday? But he also relatively confused.
Neutral.
Yeah, he's confused.
I think a lot of guys are.
A lot of them are expecting. Some of the guys in the chat there, some of his wrenches expecting the. They call it the scam print. They said they think
no
with CPI. They actually think that the CPI, similar to what we sometimes get with NFP,
would be one way and then...
No, the actual print not being trusted.
Like
the actual
okay.
print being somewhat doctored a bit. I don't know why. Like I've never thought of because it's done by the US Labor Statistics Department or US Labor Statistics.
Joash is expecting dollar continuation for today's CPI.
What is dollar continuation?
Dollar. Well, actually, that's a fair point. What is dollar?
Because dollar's been up and then it's been down. So
yeah, like to be fair, I mean dollar Monday, Tuesday has been bullish, but
yesterday it pulled back.
Yeah, what time frame are we looking at? Because If
Yeah,
you look at that
that's-
literally on a 4 hour, bro, that's just like a wave. So which way is he talking about, yeah? I think that was a very safe option.
dollar continuation.
Don't know which way we continue in, but dollar continuation.
Bro, I sat through him talking about 10 fish biryani, and if you could make it sushi for 30 minutes just to give you guys that info. Is he selling the dollar? Alright, that is very interesting.
His continuation is sales. Okay.
Let's check what the chat is doing here.
Continuation scams. Oh, nah. I thought the dollar was planning to just stop today.
Continuation. Now I thought the Rux is on a stretch already. Yeah, chat. Everyone can compete in this because we did the call in private. Gold will drop eventually. It's near. Yes, it will drop eventually. It will drop. Personally, I'd love for a bullish dollar. Thanks, Dave. Thanks, my brother. Chad, yeah, if you have not done so, you can use the link in the description of this video. Go get your accounts ready. Don't wait like half an hour before the time. Yeah, the amount of volume every time breaks vault markets, the CRM. Every time I chat to them, it's like, yeah, CPI, NFP, it's like the entire tech team is sitting there and it's like, we've done everything, why is it still breaking? That surge, I was a neutral. Nah, Chad, I don't think I'm going to bring the pound yen back anytime soon. From Monday, what we will do is we'll start the week fresh. I'm going to start looking at GBP USD again. That was a relatively good pair for me. I'm also going to chat to Nila. I know Nila's been playing around with some I think it's an hourly strat. Similar to what we usually do. Still same break of structure, but almost I don't want to say the turtle wave as such, but yeah, basically the turtle wave almost, using that 200 and then also using your pivots. So I'll chat to Nila, do a little bit of a catch up there, see what he brings up. And yeah, Nila is the one that gave us the weekly pivots. I was always trading just the daily pivots, and I think I've told you guys, Nila was the one that came back to me and he was like, hey man, did you see that the 4 hour checkout price is reacting off the 4 hour? And I was like, oh damn. Man, that's where the entire thesis around the weekly, the daily, all of those, I was just locked in on the 5 minute. This man was thinking longer term. Maybe some youthful exuberance, because everything I was showing him, he was like, Chris, but what if I do this and this? And I'm like, hey Neil, if you're not gonna listen to me, like, I'm gonna stop having these Zooms with you. Have you had that where you're trying to help someone and they're like, no bro, but I usually do it this way?
Yeah. It's I'm trying to help you, but you teaching me, and it's like
No, I had to stop Nila. I was like, Nila, I said, no dude, come on. I'm like, forget all the other stuff. And then he's like, okay. I said, forget everything else. All we need to do now is we need to get you profitable for 1 month. 1 month. Just consistent profitability. Your Chris pound yen, okay. No, well done, bro. That thing is, I've had some phenomenal trades on pound yen. I've had some beautiful swings, but yeah, it is relatively scammy for me at this stage. I don't want to be involved with it. I don't want to be involved with any of it. Okay, let's see how this opening range is going to look like. Is this the previous weekly low? Yeah. Sure, look at the massive gap down. Yeah, Chad, I told you guys, Neil was the only reason Neil was the first guy on the live streams was because me and him were trading live together on Zoom. And I said, Neil, dude, I can't do the Zoom. Like, I need at least one viewer. Like, join through YouTube. It was like, okay, sweet. I said at least like one person. Because start your own stream and look at 0 viewers. It's tough. It's not even like YouTube doesn't even send you a bot. YouTube is like, no, dude, you gotta stream on your own, yeah. Lennon, good morning, my brother. Yeah, I would love it. Shot. I'm selling my ShopRite shares. Where's Andre this morning?
Andre's there, bro. If
Is
he's
he-
not there, he'll be there for CPI.
Where's Andre? So I chatted to Andre on Monday, and he was asking me about the 4-hour goal, and I'm like, there's no setup. He's like, you know what, Chris? We can't win everything. We can't win NFP. We can't win all of these CPIs. We can't win the rugby champ. He's like, at some stage, we gotta just not continuously win. I'm like, hey, Andre. No, the man. I think he had some money on the box as well.
Yeah, bro, but I didn't even actually realize it was that long here. But did you actually also see it? It was since 2018.
Yeah.
We're the first team, obviously it was Ireland then, but we're the first team since 2018 to keep the All Blacks out from scoring a try.
Did they not score a try?
They didn't score a try. All their points were kicks
Oh, like consecutively or like a single match?
in a single match, in a match that they couldn't score a try. I was like, damn, bro, that's actually a long time.
I was actually nervous because our defense was scrambling quite a bit, eh?
But,
like
but our scrambling defense was solid.
No, but I mean, like, I thought, dude, you can't keep on scrambling. Like,
Yeah.
somewhere the wall's going to break, and they couldn't. Thank you so much. Chris, are you projecting long or short? I'm just waiting for this opening range, and then we're going to take it from there. Obviously, I want to see some bullish momentum coming back in the markets because we've just been selling. But yeah, we can go much lower. That's unfortunately the thing here. We are basically heavy correlated with China, and China being at a 7-month low is putting a lot of pressure on the local market as well. That's why we use the Hang Seng as an indicator almost for us to gauge where we're going to be trading at. So yeah, it is going to be an interesting one, yeah. So I'm just going to wait for the opening range. And once this opening range has been formed, then I'm going to look for a trade. So the strategy is a little bit of a hybrid between what I was doing, purely just using the pivots, and now using this opening range. So yeah, currently it's not looking bad. It's looking very promising. So yeah, we'll see. Once this candle closes, we're going to drop down to the 1 minute. Then we can see where we are. Okay, 13. God, dude, how did they manage to counter our lineout so well?
Yeah, bro, Alana.
Yo. Do you
But
think
hey-
it was Bongi, or do you think it's just a lack of coordination?
I think we didn't. I think they basically were prepared. Or you know what it was? I think the previous weeks and that we've been very creative with our lineouts, and we weren't this past weekend. But I think that reason was because I think the All Blacks looked back the last game, and I think they realized where we were getting good with our lineouts now and their creativity is when you don't challenge us. So I
Yeah.
think they just knew you have to get up in the air and
everyone,
challenge
yeah.
us. Because even when we were on the try line, I still said, why the hell did they go up for that? Like, why did they challenge that? But I think they knew, like, if you let us run, we get creative, that's where a problem comes. So I think when they just started challenging every single lineout, we weren't prepared for them to do that. But hey, the one lineout that mattered, bro, when we stole that ball from them at the
Steph.
end, that's all that mattered.
But did you see what I was talking about? A thinner guy being much quicker in the lineup. That's why Steph got that ball.
Yeah.
And I imagine you throwing continuously to Steph.
Chris, can you do the Discord?
Oh yeah. First time since 1949.
Yeah, bro, I didn't even know. Did you know our biggest win record? I think it was 8
Against the All Blacks.
in a row. But that's 1949 to 1960 something was the last time where we did that streak.
Dude, I think honestly, mentally, I think we've edged New Zealand. We have now that aura now. What do you rate that? You know, we were talking about it like
Yeah.
a big school, or like the All Blacks have like this aura.
Six wins. That was 1937 and 1949. So 6 wins. So we have 4. So we need 2 more and then we equal the record. But no, it definitely is, bro. Definitely is. The thing is, so the All Blacks, I don't know if you ever watch the breakdown afterwards. So the New Zealand.
Oh
thing
yeah,
they have.
yeah. Mills.
Mills.
Yeah.
But now
so-
also, did you see how they were talking about it where they now, because they do the same thing. You can't, like we are with our cricketers with Kolpak,
yeah.
they're the same. So if you overseas, you're not eligible to play for the All Blacks.
So they
You
want
have to be in New Zealand to play for the All
Ooh.
Blacks. And they're saying how people saying they lost their aura, but they were showing all the players they have that just aren't eligible to play for them because they're overseas. So they were saying, they're not saying they have to change their rules and their tradition, but they were talking about apparently in New Zealand at the moment, there's massive investors and all this talk of money in New Zealand. They were saying, so why don't you put the offers on the table, bring these boys home, and we can bring the All Blacks back to what they used to be. But
I don't know if you know. Do you know that there's only 350 professional rugby players? No, is it 350 or 400? 400 professional rugby contracts in New Zealand. It's not like here in SA where, for instance, the Blue Bulls, I think, have like 350
Yeah.
contracts, like from Super Rugby all the way down.
Yeah.
And my one mate told me in New Zealand, I don't know if it's like capped, but there's not a lot of professional in the sense of contractually. So a lot of the guys just play for university. Some of the guys that even play Super Rugby is still within the university fraternity, and they're getting basically paid by the university and not necessarily by the club itself. So
Yeah.
I don't think in terms of the business side of things they are as professional as some of the other guys yet. It's still very
Bro, but even it
Bootstrap.
comes back down to the talk where Thingy was mentioning it. The biggest downfall of Australians and New Zealand was letting South Africa leave Super Rugby.
100%.
They thought we were the underdogs and they didn't need us, and it's now showing the difference. Because Mills was the one who made the comment where he said South Africa went to the north and has come back 10 times stronger. But did you see, guys? I'm just saying. I don't know who's all seen it, but did you see the interview with Jean de Villiers? Jean's even gone and said, "You're watching the future Springbok captain, Sasha."
Yeah.
Even Jean de Villiers made a statement on it saying he's going to be the next Springbok captain.
No, I rate him. I rate him. He's got everything. Sasha. It's no more that the All Blacks are the best team in the last 20 minutes. That is where they would beat. Dude, weirdly enough.
Yeah, that's very true.
Weirdly enough, we that team now.
Yeah, we come back the last 20 minutes.
We that team that basically just keeps the pressure on, and you need to be nervous now because both games we were behind. That first one, I told Keeks, I was like, bro, it is looking bleak. I almost accepted. I was like, dude, we're nowhere. And then all of a sudden, like 1 or 2 set pieces back in it, boom.
Yeah, no, it is.
Opening range low has been formed here, guys. That's the previous weekly low. I would actually love if we can do something like this first and then hold there. Otherwise, the previous daily low, if we hold above there, a little bit trickier, but this for me is the ideal play. A2Gs, I'm down 5% on a 50k. I'm thinking of pulling a big. No, you still have 5. You only lost half of what you're allowed to lose, so don't do that. I was thinking the same. I'm 8% down on a FTMO challenge, and I was thinking about doing it today, and I was like, dude, you've been grinding it out for basically more than a month. Like, why throw it? Like, it can pay off big, but then it's like, oh man, I could have just been reckless in the challenge. So I would say if you maybe had 2% then, but not 5%, dude, that is silly. No. Yeah, you can still easily 5% down is nothing. Keegan has recovered an account with 1% left. So 1%, the man, I think it took a 1 to 2R. Then he had 3%, and then he was like, okay, I'm gonna try and stack another big position, and boom, man went from -9 to 10% up. So. Ja, Carl, I agree. Ek hou gold buys al van 2.5. Kom ons hoop. Nee, dis shame. Moenie gulsig wees nie. I'm 9.9 down on a funded next. Only. Hey man, that's tough. 0.1.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Okay, but here's the thing. Impilo. If you work out, I would say use a $3 stop loss on gold. And you go 0.1 on a $3, and you maybe stack 0.005, 0.005, and you get, say, maybe 2 stacks in there. And you can go for your best is going to be like a 4R. That puts 0.6, but hey, man, it's going to...
My only problem is
tough.
with things like that. As much as you've got $5 left, you've only probably got $3 because they're going to clap you on equity. That's the only problem for me.
Oh, yeah.
The equity is less than what the balance is. So the fact you've only got $5, I'd probably say you only have $3 or $2 left because of that equity.
In Pilo, what you can do is do a buy stop, sell stop. Go with a big lot. And just hope it straight pushes. Don't enter before the event.
That's also true. You got commissions that are still going to come off that track.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah, bro. I don't know about that situation. I don't know about that one.
Pilo, try it, brother. So I would say buy stops, sell stops. Wait for the 15-minute range beforehand. It's going to form a range, and then what you do is at the top of that range, put a buy stop, sell stop. You don't have to have a stop loss, and then you just hope, and you go with the big lot, and you just hope it's like either one way, like boom or boom, other way, and just delete the other one. I think that's going to be your best bet, to get some size in, because once it triggers and it goes straight into profit, you're going to at least get size on the trade. Morning CPI killer and market will. Hey. How are you feeling for CPI though? You look a lot more relaxed than previous CPIs.
Bro, what's meant to be will be.
Is it almost...
I'm probably going to be nervous when we get into CPI, but for now, what's meant to be will be.
But I think it's also a case of like almost 90% of CPI you've got right. So it's a case of, not that I'm saying you're fine with getting it wrong, but it's also a case of like...
The thing is, bro, that's what I'm saying. That's the only part the stress for me comes from. Like, I'm okay with it. So I was talking to Fobs about it. NFP wasn't, to me, it wasn't a win. But it did give a free shot for basically CPI. Now, my problem is, so for me, CPI is a risk-free one. I've got a free shot here. But the thing for me is, because literally, bro, guys messaging me yesterday purely about they want to trade CPI with us because they know I've got the 100% record right now. So the thing is,
that expectation now on your shoulders.
like as much as, yes, there's a 90%. If I take a loss today, it's still 90% win rate. You know what? I'm allowed to take a loss.
No,
it's part of it. But I don't like having people lose when I know they're putting like their house on it because of it.
So here's the thing. One of the market wizards said a trend is more likely to continue than to reverse. So that one trend can just continue. It's more likely to continue than to reverse. Hey, Brian, putting that pressure. Chris on Vault Funder, what is the max time to put in a stop loss to stay in the rules? Yes, Stove, I must check with the guys. How late is CPI news coming out?
Hold on, just side note. So I was watching some guys play Madden last night,
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, yeah, the opener was last week. And I said, like, I wanted to get into it. So I went and I watched the highlights of the Ravens versus the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Bro. Okay, so the Chiefs are like a legendary team at the moment. Do they not win the game, bro, by a toe? The Ravens score on the last second.
I saw, and his foot was...
Bro, it's his toenail is on the line. They literally were like, the Chiefs win by a toe. I was like, oh my word.
Dave Portnoy lost money on it. He was still going crazy, and it came back. He's out. And he's like, he literally throws down his stuff. He walks out of the studio.
Bro, imagine you lose by a toenail.
But it's weird with them. I don't know if you've seen some of the times when they in the in-goal section. You have to be grounded. So for it to count. So you can't jump. So I don't know if you've seen those like stand on their toes and they like lean over to catch it like outside of the...
But that's also, bro, like, okay, to be fair...
So you're only getting into it now.
Yeah, but to be fair, Jacobson, Lemon or something Jacobson, the Ravens quarterback.
Yeah.
Bro, to be fair, he's an insane player, but he also cost him that game because before that last throw, which was the toenail, he had it open and he threw to no one. He just threw. The guy stood there looking at him like, bro, are you serious?
So when we started 2005, we started, me and my one mate started watching it like religiously and also playing the game. I was a Steelers fan. So that was the era of Ben Roethlisberger. What was that safety of them? 2006 Steelers team.
Lennon, so they should have technically, if they were going to win, they should have won literally from the previous throw anyway.
Dude, wait for Super Bowl where you sit awake 2 o'clock on a Sunday morning to watch a game till 6.
No, bro, I must say, I smoked today. I must say, the only thing that got a bit irritating for me was, like, you know, when they have some insane, okay, not even the commercials, when they have some insane plays, And then the guy's like obviously tackled, whatever. Then they have a little bit of a celebration ready because of the ground you made. Cool. Like it was insane. You made a lot of ground. But when the guy's making like 5 feet and then he's tackled, and then every time they're tackled, they got to celebrate. And I'm like, bro, you barely moved, but all right.
Yes, dude, that Steelers team was mad. Big Ben. Yeah, it was Ben. I just want to check here.
And then also my thing, bro.
Dude, it was a black dude. Yes, I loved him. I'm gonna show you guys now.
Bro, but also the
Rastafarian
youngster that the Chiefs just bought, that everyone's talking about. Oh, bro, okay, I'm gonna have to get used to all the names. But I remember when they signed him, everyone spoke about like how did they let the Chiefs even get this guy? That he's the fastest guy in the NFL. Holy shit, that guy can move. Bro, like that is speed.
I always thought rugby is more physical, but if you think about it, they reset their scrimmage every time. And for that, say, 8 seconds, everything is like, it's not like rugby is a continuous thing. Like the boys set up like the hit, dude, the hits are...
So my thing is, I still, to a point, I feel the rugby is more physical.
Yeah.
And the only reason where I'm not taking away that they're not physical, but it does make sense to me when you watch, just like I said, I'm just watching one game, bro. The way these guys fold each other, you can see they need protection. Because rugby, we can't do that because we don't have protection.
And
but
also
these oaks are falling on their necks, on their heads.
And also rugby is continuous play. Like there's 15 phases. So this they reset. Yeah. So they've got their special teams. They've got their offensive team, defensive. So everything is done 100%. So imagine rugby was done like you get one phase. You get like one scrum and you only allowed one phase. Like the boys will...
Yeah, so
they will burn one another.
I'm not saying, I still say rugby's more physical, but the way those oaks take each other out, I'm like, okay, I can see you need some head protection there.
Oh yeah, are you talking about the Wales? Did he play?
No, not him, not Lewis Zammit, not him. They signed that other guy, it's a black guy. Very, very skinny, but he still scored. He scored 2 touchdowns.
Has Zammit played yet?
He played one of their warm-up games.
And how did he play? I'm keen. Not good.
I don't think. Not that he was bad.
Yeah, but
he's not like amazing. It's worthy. I think it's worthy, eh? Let's just say, guys, I'm still trying to learn these guys' names. It was actually my first game, like actually watching. But I must say I enjoyed it.
No, it's mad.
Bro, my only thing is that, okay, and again, this is now obviously the commercial side of crap. From what I was always told, I thought Kelsey was like also like a top-notch player. Kelsey didn't really do much, bro.
What does he play? Wide receiver or
I think he was wide receiver. No, I think wide receiver. Guys, I could be wrong. But let me know. Because even I think I only saw Mahomes throw to him, I think like 3 times. Xavier Worthy, yes, that's his name. The fast guy, Xavier Worthy. But yo, bro, like to me, I don't know. Maybe it's just he was at off game. But yo, like Kelsey didn't do anything amazing to me. And I think from just social media, I thought he's like this amazing player. I know Mahomes is like insane.
Okay, Keegs, you watch highlights, eh?
Of the game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go watch a game live. And then you see how much commercials. Like, dude, even if there's like a 5-second break, they quickly throw a commercial. Dude, I've never... Chad, that's the thing with America. If there's even like a 3-second chance and they've got a 3-second ad, they'll throw it in. I've never in my life seen so many ads during a professional game.
Lennon, bro, as I said, I'm still learning most of the positions. I say, guys, I literally watched my first one.
So if he's running with the ball,
bro, if I don't know his position.
So here's the thing: you've got your linebackers, you've got your running back. That's usually one guy. He runs it up the middle. So if you do like blitz plays and all of that, and then obviously you've got your wide receivers, sometimes doubling up as a safety for the defensive team. And then obviously you've got your special teams for when you do a kick or when you do a kickoff, all of that. So there's not a lot of main positions. Obviously the linebackers, these are the guys that are sitting in front, and then you've got your tight ends on the side. So what's the guy's name that was playing with Tom Brady? He's a very good tight end. He also sometimes runs off or breaks away and catches as well. But it looks very, very dramatic, but it's football is very simple. It's actually less rules than rugby, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what I say, Lennon. Yeah, I'm just trying to, as I say, still figure it out. I enjoy it, but yeah, trying to figure it out. Tariq, yeah, watch that.
Blindside,
but
beautiful.
even growing up, bro, I don't know if you watched it. Blue Mountain State, bro.
That blonde guy.
Yeah.
He was always a little bit ADHD, like riled up.
You know the one thing that always sat with me from that, the oil change.
Yeah. But you guys never watched Friday Night Lights, the series?
No,
That is
not ringing a
old.
bell, no.
Chad, this is old. Like, we loved it. Friday Night Lights. Hey, man, brings back good memories.
Yeah, there we go, bro. Thad Castle.
This one, yeah, Chad. Friday Night Lights. Very, very old. But it was an awesome series. That was the quarterback. He got paralyzed. This guy was like the running back. That was like the new Panthers, Texas. That was beautiful. How many seasons were there?
I think go back. I think I said one season.
No, impossible.
Just-
Really?
It was just click back when you're on like the Google page. It said how many seasons
Yeah.
there were. Okay, I don't know where you are now. It's showing me you're on there. Like click back.
Click back. Where?
Like just like back to the very first search page. Like when
Oh,
you
yeah,
searched it when it popped
one.
up.
Yeah, 5 seasons.
Oh,
Oh,
5
there's
seasons,
it.
okay.
5. Oh, bro, it was mad. I saw it the other day come up, and I was like, yo, the quality of this is so bad, but we loved it.
The Blue Mountain State movie.
Yeah, there was a movie as well. I've never traded during festive season. How is it? We don't really trade during festive. That's a 2 weeks we take a break.
Yeah.
Travis Kelce plays tight end. Keegan, have you seen? Oh, go. That castle is alles. That land. All right, guys. Little US 30 weekly pivot EQ.
Bro, it's a bit off topic, eh? But just talking about like I don't know why that pot's made up from Blue Mountain State. Whatever happened to American Pie, bro?
I think it just got weird.
it just
like
died
after
off.
the third one,
Hey,
it
like
got
there
weird.
were so many. Then I remember 2015, 2016. I think they brought out the new one,
Just gonna
and then there never was one again.
it got weird. The first one was great, and then like the third one, it became stale. They did like weird stuff. They were like
Like that was
same.
something else that just like died out. Like it just went dead. Do you guys trade USD? Not really often. We might bring back some currency pairs, but don't really. The rest time to trade or the game. Can't handle comedy like that anymore, Keys. Yeah, probably. Keys, you get better at the names. I love Travis Hunter. He plays college now, and he's insanely good now. No one's like, bro. I must say, so where I got into the whole NFL thing now was purely because like I tried playing Maiden in like the past, and I just didn't click for me because I don't know what the hell was going on. And then when the varsity college came out, college football, then I was like, okay, this looks dope. Like, let me give it a try again. Like let's just have some fun here now. And I had no clue what I was doing, but I was having a joy with it. And then that's when I started watching some of the videos, bro. And I still always say, bro, what's it? Penn State, the whiteout. Oh my word, bro. That is goosebump shit. Oh my flip. Sherman took them out. Jake's coming in with the Earth Classics. Keeks, what do you think about the rate cut in November? Don't you think it will lead to good volatility for the festive, or will everything die down? Ryan said, no, bro, we're talking festive. We talking like December. November, I think you'll still get some plays, 100%. But December. So guys that have been around, we basically trade that first week of December. Then we basically call it. The last week, we barely get trades. If you guys were here last year, the second, so we traded still like the first week of December. The second week was just like some educational stuff that Chris and them did. I already went on holiday then, but Chris and them did like some educational stuff. And then after the last 2 weeks of December, we take off. And then I think it was like the first week of Jan, I think we were also off. And then we came back. So no, November you'll still get something. Yeah, goosebumps when you see how good the college teams are. Man, it's a fun game. I loved it. Just need to understand the rules first and know what calls to make. Yeah, that's where I'm at, bro. I'm still learning it. Like I'm here with Joel, bro, just sacking oaks left, right, and center. And when you just have those golden plays, bro, like it. Oh, you feel so good. Keeks, did you ever watch? Sorry, bro, I'm trying to see how this thing's blocking your. Did you ever watch Euro Trip? I don't know, bro.
Good. Yeah, Euro Trip was good.
It's not ringing a bell for me.
Yeah, Euro Trip was also.
Hey, bro, we're talking about that. Did you ever see that? The college football, Penn State, when they do the whiteout.
That Into the Storm. That.
No. Where they do the whiteout and they play, what's it, Mamba. Bro, please do some favor, just search it now. Bro,
Is that one where they build up and they...
As a rugby fan, like, I get goosebumps watching it. It is the craziest thing, bro.
Whiteout. Let's check.
Just watch that, bro, please. It is the craziest thing. Oh my word.
Okay, wait, let's just pause this. Yeah. What's that other one also where they play not Sandstorm?
Right. Nittany Lions entrance just moments away now.
Like, this is crazy, bro.
James Franklin talks about the 8
Imagine how you must feel walking out to that, bro. In college.
Holding his players back before they make this entrance.
Hey, that is mad, bro.
We go to a lot of big games, a lot of big settings. There's nothing like the whiteout at Happy Valley.
Dude, the Americans know how to entertain. Chad, what is the other one? The other college. Wait, let me find the other one I'm talking about.
Like, that's, bro, I swear I'm going to America just to go to watch a game at that stadium. Like, that is crazy.
Is it Virginia Tech?
Well, yeah, the Virginia Tech does enter the Sandman.
Yeah. Keeks, check this one, bro. This one is mad.
Like, it's insane, bro.
Dude, look how many people there are. That's a college
Let's just say
game.
college, bro.
Check.
You are so ready in that tunnel when US come out.
They've got like a little block there that oh yeah, dude, college football is amazing as well.
Bro,
You've
like
got the Rose Bowl, you've got
Because my thing is, bro, like anyone that's obviously even had the I want to say the opportunity to, if you ever played a packed out Donny Craven, even that is a vibe, bro. That is insane.
dude, even when we played, we got wrecked there at Marty's, but even every varsity cup game, packed.
Every game. That's what I say, bro. Like I can show you videos of when we even play. Like it is crazy, and that's what I say. That is nothing on that level. Like that is just stupid, bro.
Okay, Chad. Gold coming back in the range here, as mentioned. SA40, okay, not really getting that previous daily low test there, coming back lower. What are some of the bowls? You get the Rose Bowl, then the Gator Bowl, the Sun Bowl.
Yes, bro. I'm just gonna say when I saw the playing at college football, the game,
Yeah,
bro, there's like 20 bowls.
yeah.
There's like-
The
there's-
Rose Bowl is the big one. The Cotton Bowls also.
Yeah, Lyndon, you know him. My thing is, it's unfortunate, but even for me, varsity rugby hasn't been the same since COVID. It just hasn't. The finals, playoff games were big, but the normal season's not even what it used to be. Like even what's the name, Tux. Breed Tux Stadium's dead. There's no one there.
One thing I have to say though, when playing Varsity Cup, every game it was always packed. When we played UJ was packed. They've got a big stadium. Tux, we played on their main field, not the one behind the stadium, the actual main field. With athletics course, that was packed as well. Bloom, crazy. Playing Korfsies there as well. Packed. Like that. That's where I still laugh. All of the hostels like form a block, so they have like the open pavilion.
Yeah.
It's like these concrete stands, and each hostel is like around, and then it's like JBM, Rus Marijn, and they all have like this little thing that they. That's the only thing I never played. I basically played at all the stadiums, but except I never played. I got injured before we went to Potch, and Picker. I only played the second year played them, but all the other stadiums, and then also UCT. Never played UCT. The opener was always
UCT's cock.
yeah. They've got that stadium. I never played this, but I've played at.
Bro, I played in that thing in a storm. That field was just water, and I'll never.
Those are the only stadiums
that field's
or
cock.
or places I haven't played.
It's the something mile. What do they call it?
It looks cool though. It almost gives me
What do they
that
call it?
feeling
It's a something mile, guys. I'm
of
sure
St. John's.
Etty, I'm sure Etty, you must know. What's it called? UCT's field. They call it the Green Mile. There, Green Mile. It's a cock field, bro. It is cock.
Bro, even the NMU games were lacquer, dude. Like later on, when I didn't play Varsity Cup anymore, it was a lacquer vibe. And usually after the game, going to Barney's, that was lacquer.
Yeah, it's a vibe, but the field is rubbish. Do you guys know what the Green Mile really is? I don't know. I just know they refer to it as the field. So when you go there, we say you played on the Green Mile. That's all I know.
I haven't watched the
what it is.
movie yet. I haven't watched the movie yet.
I was there for the beers.
Hey, Lyndon. Yeah, I played. Yeah, it's only those. Dude, it's weird. Only Picker, Porch, never played on that field. What do they call the Porch field? It's also like some name. Never played Poch there and never played UCT.
So party guys walk from their cell block to their chair for.
Oh, damn.
Oh, hectic.
I wonder where the color green comes in though.
Yo. Alright. That took a bit of a. I wasn't expecting that.
Does Grey P still feel big players like the size of the 2Gs in their
No.
first team?
Bro, we were actually talking about this with my mates the other day. Like, not even just Grey. Like for
The
me,
guys got smaller.
for me personally, only the big schools. So your Paul Ruiz, Paul Gim, Paul Boys, Grey College.
Do you rate
yes.
the boys got smaller?
No, but let's just say only those few schools still have the big guys. The rest of them, bro. Like when I went to actually go watch a first team game and these things at some of the
Quantity
festivals,
toy, yeah.
bro, the first team players look like they're under 14s. Like they're all small, they're all tiny. Like even just like I'm even saying built like height wise, their locks are like a 1.7, for example, a 1.7, a 1.8 maybe.
You know what's weird? So 2006 we had a monster. Like our group from under 14 till under 16, we had a monster group. We had like 15 Craven Week players from under 13. Like we had a monster team. And Pearson was still cuck at that stage. And Pearson asked us if we could play a game against them, our under 16s, against their first team. Dude, did we not absolutely crush them? So that year we played Kirkwood's first team.
Yeah.
Absolutely humiliated them. We played Pearson's first team. Crushed them like badly. And then later on Pearson now is like a competitor, dude.
Bro, well, we still made the comment, Grey out of all the top schools in PE, Grey's the only one that won't play Pearson. So we used to have friendlies against them, and that was it. They will not give us a fixture. They'll play our hockey, they'll do everything. They won't play rugby because they know they're gonna lose. And it's an ego thing, bro. They want to always claim they're the best now. They've gone downhill, bro. For the first time, bro. Even Framesby beat them 3 years in a row now. Away, home, away.
He's the guy that played 8 in your Pearson. What's his name?
That played 8. What year, bro?
He went to France as well.
Didi.
Didi. Disson.
Didi was a beast, bro.
But
He
listen,
played
yeah.
at Toulon.
Listen, but he was a little bit enhanced.
Hey, don't come with that, bro.
Right? He was a little
Don't
bit
come with
enhanced.
that.
Like
Yeah,
everyone,
Didi.
everyone knew Didi was a little enhanced. You don't look like that at school, where like
Didi was a monster, bro. But okay.
bro, he was a little bit enhanced. No, nobody's gonna. Bro, he was enhanced. He was enhanced. Come on. Like I went to what's her name showed me. My old director. Both his children were there, and we did a lot of projects for Pearson. And they were talking about this guy that's phenomenal. And I looked at him, and I'm like, guys, you don't look like that at schoolboy level, using a little bit of whey protein and creatine.
Bro, but honestly, the next 5-6 years, so even after that, till probably my year, and even a year or two, maybe just after me, Pearson's first teams were big, bro, big. And then they've dropped off now. They're still good, but they don't focus on size.
Did they play Craven Week that
Did he?
Tucson? Yeah.
Yeah.
Where did he
Played
go
Craven
after?
Week, and he played SA Schools.
Really?
He's at France. He's at Toulon.
But how's he playing now professionally? Is he
He's
featuring?
at Toulon.
But is he
So he's
getting
not
game time?
in their Premier Division.
Okay.
So like
The
how we
second- they
we
play
have,
3. They play 3 cups. So
Yeah, so he's in the lower cup, but he's at Toulon. Well, the last time I checked, he was at Toulon.
yeah, you know what's weird. So when I played under 19 Curry Cup when I was in matric, got injured during the Craven Week trials. So played under 19. And then Grade P had a guy, Jan Momberg. I don't know if you remember. He played SA Schools as well. So, played SA Schools, went to Griquas. Bro, and how cut can you get from literally 6 months? Getting out of school, under 19, didn't feature.
Bro, so funny story, eh? So we had a guy, what's his name now, bro? Dude, I'm hitting a blank now. But long story short, so he's playing with us at Pearson. Like at this time, we under 16As, everything, and he's like under 16As, but first team water polo player, golden boy, captain, all this stuff. And the coaches are like,
Who's this now?
I'm trying to think of his name, bro. I need to
At
think
Pearson?
of it. Yeah, at Pearson. So the coaches, and it was our old coach at the time. No hate on him. For the guys that know him, Yaku. He's now the head coach at the Quaggas. So he's now there in all this lacquer. And he's like, you know what? You will play first team next year, but like I don't see you making EP. I don't see you making Craven Week.
You?
Like, no. This other
this
mate now.
guy, yeah.
And he's like, no, like that's all it's gonna be. So he's like, okay, all right. Leaves it at that. The guy leaves to go to Grey College.
Grey Bloom.
Grey Bloom buys him
Yeah.
for water polo. And he's like, okay, cool, you'll go. And he's going to play rugby there. So the coaches, you know what, he screwed up. He probably could have if he pushed, made EP. Yeah, we know he's the EP captain for water polo. All these things. Now he's going to go to Grey. Maybe play first team polo, but rugby he's going to play thirds and fourths. He goes there, grade 11 year,
Peaches.
plays second team.
Yeah, Peaches.
Matric year. Captains the first team. Captains the Free State Craven Week side.
Yo.
And then
What
goes
position?
off,
What position?
flanker. And then flipping goes to Province as well. Keeks, did you play for Pearson? I was at Pearson, bro.
Kiggs, there was a guy that also, so the weird thing was, we always saw him at gym. He was like a second tier player. Standard 6, standard 7, standard 8. Chad,
I'm going to
and
find his name for you now, John.
Chad, and this is where I believe like hard work pays off. Then that man, during holidays, during the week, that man did like 2 gym. Sorry, it's the Cherries. The third team is the Peaches. Sorry, Cherries. I know it's the Cherries and the Peaches. And twice a day. And standard 9 plays second team. Matric gets Craven Week, gets bought by Cheetahs, played Currie Cup, played Super Rugby, also went to France. Didn't feature for 3-4 years. Just, dude, honestly, just hard work, not a skillful player, and it just shows you. What year did you matriculate? 08, 2008.
Juan Fenter.
Juan,
Where is he? Yeah, Juan Fenter.
a Mexican boer. Juan Fenter. If you ever heard of a Mexican boer, his name is Juan Fenter.
Who was asking me it? It was Jean. Yeah, Juan Fenter.
Chad, I'm not gonna disclose, but I know the Blue Bulls, and I know Province as well. And I don't want to disclose too much, but
Yeah, he was a beast. Yeah.
let's say you were a little bit of a lightweight. They call it your off-season rugby pack. Okay, this was confirmed. Again, I'm not gonna say names. A lot of the old boys went to go and play at the Bulls, and in your off season, I don't know if you guys remember. Can you remember Tonderai as well? He was like this gigs, and then the next season, the dude came back arms bigger than Etzebe. So it's still your own choice, but they in the off season, a lot of these boys are enhanced. So they get the doctors, they put you on stuff, especially if you're a smaller guy, if you're going to need to put on some weight.
Yeah, Lyndon, so it was crazy, bro, because, yeah, so you had Didi, you had Nathan. Yeah, the winger was, what was his name? But I know you're talking about, he was actually my matric buddy at the time. But he was an SA sprinter. Like, yeah, insane team.
Ja, Risha, jy sal weet. So, you literally, this was what I got told. You get there, they tell you, listen, yeah, we need your stats to be at the following, your weight there. Are you happy with your little rugby pack? And it's like, yeah, no, I'm gonna shoot for the rugby pack. They're like, beautiful. There's your doctor. He's gonna chat to you. He's gonna give you the right stuff. And yeah, off season they enhance you a little bit. They make sure that before the season starts, your post cycle is done. You're nice and clean. Do some in-house testing as well, because ultimately, Chad, the guys pay for you to be as strong, as fast, as physical as possible, and any little bit of enhancement you can get. It's not like they're gonna be like, oh, Keegs, Chris, just use whey protein, creatine, get a lot of sunlight to get your circadian rhythm up. No, it's like, bro, Keegs, we need you to bench X amount. If you can't do it with creatine and whey protein, alles is cortisone. Yes, cortisone. Ken jy vir Dan Du Plessis? Dan Du Plessis, dit klink baie bekend. Mia College, I've never heard of it. No, I'm kidding. Now, weirdly enough, Mia also has got a lot of heritage. My one mate is the first team coach there, and he's like director of sport there. He also played for the Bulls and Province many years ago. He was a Paul Boys. Dick Muir. Hey. Yeah, it's actually sad that Mia never really featured. But Donald Pinar is just as bad now, bro. Like,
Yeah, no, bro,
horror
bad.
story.
They are very
Horror
bad
story.
Yeah, I don't even want to. Yeah, no,
I even want to say our year was atrocious. Like, from 08. Like, our last year, and then after that, yeah. Poof. Dude, and I saw, like, you can't think that if you buy an entire Craven Week team from under 13, that all of those boys are going to develop into being as good as they were under 13. I think you would have seen it as well. Like, some of the guys get injured. Some of the guys just, they're not interested in rugby anymore. They start drinking. They start smoking.
Yeah.
Chad, we had a monster. Like I said, we clubbed Paul Roos. We clubbed Waterkloof. We clubbed Paul Jim, Paul Boys. Unbeaten monster team. Murdered Grey P. Grey P got, I think we killed them like 45-0. Under 15, still a good team. Clubbed that CJ Standard team as well. Oakdale absolutely mauled through it. And then under 16, that's where the trouble started. That's when the boys started like, oh, you've got a girl and now you want to start drinking on the weekend and this and that. And then from there, that once our group split after under 16, Chad, it was, you wouldn't believe the record we had from 2004, then going into...
Keisha, also, did you guys play against Muir College? Nah, bro. I think we played Muir my grade 8 year. And I think that was the last year we played Muir.
Did you maul them?
Yeah.
Oh, shame.
Literally my grade 8 year, bro. We played
Their first team.
VP
No, I'm
last
kidding.
time. We played Alex for the last time. We played Westring for the last time. We played Muir for the last time. We played quite a few schools like for the last time, because that's when then we moved into the A tier.
Is that Van Staden, the old? He's now at Paul
He's
Rus.
now director at Paul Rus, yeah. Absolutely love that man, bro. Such a G. So,
Bro, Paul Rus loves him.
yeah.
They gave him like so here's the thing. He loved to do projects and developments like at the school, the hostel, the stadium, all of that. And then when Sias chatted to him, he's like, bro, like we had to struggle to do like little projects at Pearson and do like fundraisers and like special school fees. He's like, he gets there and the amount of money that's just like chilling there at Paul Rus, like in the school's bank account, the old boys, he's like, dude, if you want to do a project, it's not a case of, oh, little fun. He's like, bro, there's not 1 million, not 10. He's like, bro, there's money just chilling there.
So we old family friends with him because we grew up with them. So his sons did swimming with my sister.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've known them for years. But solid guy. That was the last year.
He did a very good job at Pearson.
No, he's the guy that put Pearson on the map. I'll argue that for anyone. He's the guy that put Pearson
Chad, he's the guy that wanted a hostel. He built the gym, squash courts,
He did the Astro
water,
turf.
the
He
water
did
polo, pool, the pavilion.
everything in that school is because of him. I was playing a 15A for Alex for that last year before Pearson moved into that A League. Hey, awesome, bro. I'm clearly just gonna say it. Obviously, didn't go too well. I'm guessing. Yeah, that was so when we played. Funny enough, Westring. The whole reason also.
Western.
Who? No, it wasn't Westring, bro. Because we still actually were playing them afterwards. Who was it? It was one of the schools. So when we moved into the A League, somehow we still had to play them. And they turned around and they said to us, we're not allowed to play them. The school doesn't want to play us.
Who, Western?
No, it was one of them, bro.
Alex.
It was one of these smaller schools. Who was it? It was one of them.
PE.
Yeah, in PE, it's a PE school. They somehow are still in the
Victoria
tier.
Park.
No, it wasn't VP in them, but it was. Maybe it was Westring. I'm trying to think who's the better other rugby out of them. Maybe Westring. But yeah, so we fell out of. We went to the A League, but somehow because of matches and we had to fill some games, we still had to play the one of them. And the school turned around and said they didn't want to play us because they don't see how it's beneficial for every single team to be getting injured and being pumped like 60, 70 nil. So we literally
That
went
sounds terrible. It's not beneficial to get injured and pumped on all levels. Yeah.
Bro, it was bad.
Like
But to be fair, it is like you're wasting the time, bro. Like you need to go play the schools that are in your like level.
No, but also you know what? It's also wrong for the boys playing. Like if you think about it, so the guys train and whatever. And my other mate is the first team coach at VP, and he told me, bro, it's like you start the season, the guys are a little bit optimistic, and then like Keek say, you get pumped a few times. He's like, you struggle to even feel the full team, like not even. Hey, getting pumped, sure.
Westring and Pearson still play each other. It was always the last. They don't play each other, Lyndon. They haven't played each other since like 2012, 2013.
No, Lyndon, I don't think so. So the thing with a school is you're not gonna. There's a certain pedigree. There children's parents and boys. That here's the thing. So I got a bursary from Framesby. I got a bursary from Donald Pinar. Got like a minor. Grey P doesn't really do bursaries. Got a minor bursary from Grey P. And we were chatting, our entire under 13 Eastern Province group, we were chatting and everyone wanted to almost move together. So we went to, I don't know, so while you're still in Standard 5, you get invited to these little like private dinners where they have like their first team, some of the first team players, and they do like this presentation where they almost sell you. And we went to all of these little presentations, all of us, and then you had to make a decision, and they give you a contract, and they state, okay, this is the bursary. And Donald Pinar was the only one that was a 5-year bursary, irrespective of the only way your bursary is not valid anymore is if you get permanently injured and you can't play rugby. But Framesby was based on, let's say you play under 14, you get injured your last game, you can't play under 15, then you don't have a bursary for that year up until you are basically healed up again. So they were a little chalky in that, but so all of us decided we're going to go to Donald Pinar, we're going to go in the hostel, whatever. So a lot of these boys go to where they feel they're going to have the best chance to win and also the best chance to actually get exposure. So I hear you, but it's not going to be a case of,
For me, it's also just the thing of the different standards. Like, you get the school where the guys, you know what, they're there, they like rugby, they play rugby. But you're going up against schools that, bro, rugby's everything. Like, it's competitive. I mean, South Africa, our schoolboy level rugby is on a whole nother standard. So you start playing those schools where, like, you will hurt, your kids will get hurt. You're not going to have a flippant center that's 50 kgs going up against a center that's 120 kgs. Like, you're going to get hurt.
I'm trying to bring this down. Sorry, Jeremy, I only saw now. Let me just bring the volume up here.
This one code doesn't seem to work. We used to get steamrolled by Grain Hockey, but we played Sachs in G-Town and Kingswood.
Jeremy is Jeremy, yeah. I don't see Jeremy.
Keys, have you played against Queen's College? Yeah, played against Queen's, bro. Played against Queen's. We played Dale. So in my year, I don't know if we play them now, but my year we always used to play Queens, always at a fixture. So we always landed up playing Queens either at the Graham Festival or we got them at the Grey Festival. But we did play them every year, but not as a fixture. We always just somehow got them at a tournament.
Dale was a toughie always, dude. Dale, Queen's College was also a tough one always. Rover, what's that other school? Rex Rover, no, not Rex Rover. What is the East London school? But Chris, what guys did you play from Grey Bloom? I only played Grey Bloom once, John. I was standard 9, St. John's Festival 2007. Our 3 fixtures were Paul Boys Eye. The first fixture, second fixture was Grey Bloom, and our third fixture was Marefel Yun. And that year was Tysinger was 8th man, Cooney was prop, Lapis Labuskaghni was the one lock. You had the 2 Eberson brothers. The fullback was the guy that also played for. I played him in the Varsity Cup, played for Griquas, played for Free State. George Whitehead, he was their fullback. No, the monster team. Robert Everson was a beast. Do we ever chat trading? No, trading is just for show, dude. Obviously it's your first time here. While we're waiting for price, must we sit here? We gave the analysis, we gave our view. It's a CPI day, it's not a normal day.
Bro, but I must just say, hey, that was one thing I'm so happy for. So we had tournaments where we were at with Grey College. So us in Grey College were 2 invitational teams. And yes, this Grey had an insane team that year, bro. 2017, they had an insane team. Luckily, I never played against them, but I was teammates with them because we all went to Western Province under 19. So majority of that team went there. But bro, I mean, that was the year they had Marcel, they had Rickers Pretorius, they had David Creel, who's now at the Bulls, Flip the Fly Half, you guys had Christian, your flippin' prop. We nicknamed him Farki. Your insane team.
Let me see if I can.
Just good morning, brothers. You guys there?
Hey, what's
my
up, man?
brother?
Good, man. It's good to see you guys. A blessed CPI later, and I'm hoping you guys are doing well. Just a quick question. 2 or 3 weeks ago, you were chatting about Shell selling their downstream or the down pipeline for their business model. And I'd like to see your view when it comes to when's the best time to buy the dip. Everyone says the dip is here, let's get into it, let's scale in and buy in. And at the end of the day, the dip keeps blowing. How do you view conversations like that, seeing that Shell is at one of the places where it's losing a lot of its infrastructure, it's sort of losing a lot of contracts? Is it the dip, or is it Shell just failing to be able to sustain its business model and it's going to expire?
So to come back to that, there's for instance, if you think about Steinhoff, that dip that many guys bought was not a dip. That was literally just basically a can of worms being opened up. So two things, very simple. And what's his name? Warren Buffett always says that the thing is asking about is obviously the industry that you're in. And then secondly, he always looks at the CEO and the top tier structure of the business. And then actually the business itself, because we sometimes forget that the actual business also needs to do well. So irrespective of the dip and irrespective of our view of a stock goes up and then once it comes down, like that is a dip, it's at a discount, we need to buy it. We also need to look at fundamentally what's going on with the company. So personally, if there's something fundamentally wrong with the business, that there's a reason why it is dropping. If you go and look at Nedbank, for instance, Nedbank's property, I just want to show you quickly, Nedbank's property portfolio, Nedbank property, I just want to show you. They had a property portfolio. Let me see if I can find it. That thing has been listed for almost, I think, 13 years, and it's never gone up. I must actually find it. It's literally from when it got listed, Jeremy made like a little pop, and this is literally what it's been doing for 12, 13 years. And you could be buying those dips, and those dips haven't done anything. So I would rather say if you want to buy a dip, buy index funds. And the reason for that is your risk is basically more widely diverse. Something like this, I would say go and buy something, for instance, like the Vanguard, this Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF. It basically gives you exposure to all of these major stocks. You don't have to sit and nitpick. I think I also showed the guys the performance of a hand-picked portfolio against just investing in the index. I think I beat the index by 2%, where I could have just went and bought VTI QQM, for instance, QQQ, which is also a ETF of the NASDAQ. You've got QQ, basically similar as QQM. You've got your SPYD, that gives you a dividend as well. So I would say rather build a ETF that's got some dividend payments as well. To try and play these lotto plays, it's tough. It's really tough. And at the end of the day, you've got this mindset of a potential big score where we come back to the foundational principles that Warren Buffett trying to teach, and it's like slow and steady ultimately is going to win the race. So even though your portfolio may look like this, there's going to come a time when it's going to do that. But a lot of times we feel like we want to have like these nice jumps in our portfolio. And then also coming back to what is a dip. From 1932, let me just find it here. I think I sent it to the guys. Let me just find it. Not once in history have we not went to go and take out the all-time highs. So if you forget the x-axis, there's never a bad time to buy. It's just the amount of time you're willing to wait in the market. So that's why I will always say you can't time the market. If you wanna buy the dip, let me just quickly do this. Where did I save it? If you want to buy the dip, I would say go back on. Okay, I can't find it now, Jeremy, but go back on history, and I'll get it and I'll send it for you, and see what was the average drop of a recession. So it's around about 25% is your average, 25, 26, for instance, on US 30 is your average drop for recession. So let's say you've got 100K that you're going to, let me just come back to SA40 because I'm still waiting there for a trade. So let's say this is the best way to do it. You can call it your blood fund, whatever. When there's blood in the streets, that's when you want to buy. So what you do is you'll say, okay, listen here, I've got an arbitrary number of 100K. There's 100K. I'm willing to invest this for a minimum of 3 to 5 years. And I've seen in the past that it takes on average 3 years for a bear market recovery. And I've seen that the average drop is, let's say, 25% downside. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide that 25K into 4 25K, let's call it mini portfolios. So the first dip, I'm going to drop a 25K into the market. The second dip, I'm going to drop a 25. If it really gets bad, the third dip, I'm going to do another 25. Now it's really, everyone is trying to get out, and I drop my last one. So then you scale into that drop, and you do it methodically. You set your levels. You do it, let's say the average drop is 25%. You divide that by 4. What's that going to give you? 4 divided by 25 divided by 4 gigs is 6. No, 5.
25 divided by 4.
Yeah. What is that, Chad? Me and Keegan can't even do simple. Yes,
No, well, 6 would be
6.25. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was close enough. 6.25. Then, Jeremy, what you do is every 6.25 drop in the market in that specific ETF, or for instance the Dow Jones, you stack a position. Now, let's say a lot of the guys are like, oh, Chris, but what if I don't get all of my stacks? You don't always have to buy into weakness. Then what you can do is to say, okay, I only got 2 stacks in. So I only got 50K in the market. That's perfectly fine. Then we go back to our weekly pivots, and then we actually wait for a recovery. And then once we see we actually holding a certain key level, then you can actually buy into strength, where it's like, okay, we've bottomed out now. I've got my 2 low-hanging fruit positions that I took here that's already in the money. Now I'm actually going to go with the recovery idea, and now I'm going to, as we start recovering, I'm going to start adding my other 50K into the market. Because we are sometimes so wired to try and catch the bottom. And this is one of the conversations I had with that friend of mine that I help her with a portfolio, is I said you don't always have to catch the bottom. You can literally wait and you can catch the recovery. I'm like, we are so fixated on trying to catch that bare bones there, and I'm like, it's not about that. It's about waiting for a certain level to tap and then getting into the market. So that is my idea of how I would go into it. I wouldn't necessarily buy weakness, because I always ask myself, why is this stock just dropping down? Is this stock dropping down because of the industry it's in? Is this stock dropping down in the market cycle we're in? Or is this stock dropping down because of the business environment it's operating in? If all the businesses operating in the petroleum industry is doing more or less the same thing, then there's obviously an underlying factor within the industry. But if a competitor is actually on the up, then it's a case of, okay, this company here, there's something fundamentally wrong. The other companies are doing well. This one is doing bad. Maybe it's not a good idea to buy the dip.
Just one more question, centered around the two-pot system that's being introduced now. I had a conversation with a business partner. Obviously, your funds are going to be locked to 2/3 of your funds for a certain amount of time. Their suggestion is just take the whole portfolio offshore. What is your thoughts when it comes to those kind of conversations?
Okay, I haven't even looked into the two-pot system, if I'm very honest. I just knew years ago, or not years ago, that the standard was that obviously for your RA, 1/3 you can take risk-free to a maximum of 500K, and then you still pay your tax, your income tax on the rest. Personally, for me, I've said it so many times, I love South Africa, love everything we do here, but your money is better off offshore. Purely because it's a more developed economy in the US. We've seen the trend on USD ZAR. On average, the rand weakens anywhere about 8 to 10% year on year over a 15-year period. So you've got that rand edge if your money is offshore. The second thing is if you just even look at the size of the indexes, US 30, NASDAQ, these are some of the biggest indexes. Japan pump a lot of their bond money into the US market. China pumps a lot of money into the US. So it's just better off if you look historically. I'm not saying you can't find plays locally, but ultimately your safer bet. And again, Chad, this is not financial advice. Please consult with your financial advisor before making any financial decisions. This is purely for education and entertainment purposes. But when I sit with a client that I'm mandated with, I will always, unless it's I need to comply with Regulation 23, I always try and take the majority offshore. And offshore, because of that edge, that currency edge, and then also secondly, the growth you get with the offshore funds are much better than the growth you get here. The growth we got post-COVID-19 locally was just a global thing. All of the markets did well, and ours included, but in the long run, in a normal environment, our markets won't do as well as the developed countries. There's too many labor issues, there's too many issues with government. Infrastructure is not being developed, being maintained, all of that. So holistically, I'm always going to be a fan of offshore. But then also you can go and play the other side of it, Jeremy, is to say what companies get direct FDI, foreign direct investment, and they have sister companies, say in Europe, the US, China, then maybe you've got that strength to build on. But something that's isolated purely in South Africa, there's a lot of risk if they're not under a bigger umbrella.
Yes, brother, really appreciate the knowledge and the insight that you give. It's always valuable. Thank you guys to the G's for the insight and the inputs. Chris, we're praying with you in the season that you're in and standing behind you.
Hey,
and
thanks, man. Really
we're looking forward to Cape Town's meetup. So see you guys soon. Appreciate you, brothers. See you this afternoon.
Sure, Jeremy. We're going to chat to you a little bit later. We need to confirm that venue. So I think after the stream, we'll give you a call quickly. Just on WhatsApp. Thanks, my brother. Appreciate it. Chad, Jeremy, Liberty in the house. Yeah, we're going to... I want to start doing more of these stock chats. We actually have a long-term portfolio section in Discord. I must actually make work of it this weekend because we're in the new quarter. So Thursday we're going to do some back testing, and then I actually think I will sit for the guys that want to on the weekend if I get a chance. actually go through my analysis, how I shortlist the stocks, the little spreadsheet I pull up, and then we can basically build a little portfolio on our own. Chad, I'm gonna just check here quickly. I'm not gonna sit around here too long. SA40, I'm still gonna have this on the shortlist. I'm actually gonna set some alerts there, see if we can grab something. But it's NFP day. We knew it was gonna be slow. I think subconsciously we weren't actually even looking at taking a trade, but if there was something that popped up, we were gonna take it. And I think the analysis worked out well. If you took the Asia lows, we mentioned Asia highs is untapped. US 30, there's that block I told you guys we need to either get through or reject. So I don't know if you guys took a little stab at it. This is not even... Okay, 43, that's decent, that's decent. Gold for me, yeah, no setup yet. No setup yet. Yeah, I don't wanna get stuck here. Keegs, anything on your side on the charts? I think we...
Nah, for me, bro, gold's sitting exactly where I said it was gonna sit, and basically started getting ready to range. So, yeah, for me, I'm quite locked in for CPI, so I'm finished for the session, yeah.
Yeah, chat, CPI, big one. We're going to be here straight after CPI. I really want to say appreciate you guys. For the gentleman asking, do we ever talk trading? Hey, brother, we always talk trading. We here every day. Today's just a different day. It is CPI. We somewhat wait for that event and markets as well. So we don't want to get caught in something bad here. But... Chad, really appreciate all of you guys. Thank you for all of the nice messages. Sorry for getting emotional here this morning. I tried to not get emotional, but hey, man, we human. I'm soft, just like all of you. I've got a small heart, and yeah, it is sad at the one stage, and on the other hand as well, she was a little quite sick the last week or two. And she's at a better place. So as much as we want to keep people here on Earth, it is also there's a time for us to go back and be with the Lord. So that was a time that was written in a story. And yeah, Chad, it is a life. I told you guys, any life is precious, even if you don't know the person. Any life is precious. We live this life, and we're here to give life, speak life, and do everything while we're alive. It's so short. Our time on earth is so short. And luckily, I had the opportunity early in the year when we went up to go and visit her. And I still told my wife it was great. And immediately I went back this morning to that photo, and I was like, this is the Maria. I want to remember all of the good times, not the Maria that on the last couple of days. So really appreciate that, Chad. We will see you guys, Project G guys. We'll see you, Keegs, 2 o'clock. Is it 2:30?
2 o'clock.
2:30, yes, 2 o'clock. We're gonna jump on the call, and then the rest of you guys, we will see you at 3. Peace and love, baby. See you guys a little bit later. Cheers.
Chad.
own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
You got Rocky.